The journey to Cape York begins. This is probably one of the smaller planes that we've ever used to get to a location. This is a very remote location and it's all weather-based, so as long as the weather is okay, we should get there.
This will be the first time I've actually been, I think, on a plane like this.
This is the last leg of our Australia trip 2023, and it's gonna be epic.
So what's the thing you're most excited to see?
I think green tree pythons.
Saltwater crocodiles, and I want to drone all the epic water.
For me, it's all about the monitor lizards.
Well, you got the splash shot, that's for sure. Woo, doggy!
2 hours later.
Oh, he's right there. Let's hop on, see if we can get him calling. Oh, this is great.
Look at that frog. Hang out for just a second. Let's do this. Come here.
Oh. All right, well, apparently that approach to catching the frog is not going to work. Fail. Got our first scrub python. Jeez! What a first snake. Oh, he's going on your hat.
This is a non-venomous snake. Certainly I would never be handling a venomous snake like this. And as a python, they are powerful constrictors. I'm a little hesitant because I've worked with these in captivity, and in captivity, they're notoriously aggressive. You open up their cage and they're just striking left and right. But apparently in the wild, they're quite chill. There is an iridescence on the scales. Beautiful, it's like a oil sheen. Do you see that?
Mm-hmm.
You know, a lot of people have a fear of snakes, which is called ophidiophobia, or a lot of people are apprehensive of snakes. Look, you should be apprehensive of snakes because some snakes are potentially dangerous. And if you are apprehensive, it means you're gonna leave them alone. So I don't want people to necessarily fear snakes. I just want them to be respectful and leave them alone. Hopefully, this is just gonna show you that they're not so bad. If you are trained, if you know what you're doing, you can have a very peaceful encounter. And that's exactly what we're having with this scrub python.
Now you got to find your green tree python. You're just getting warmed up though.
Just getting warmed up, but this was top on the list, the scrub python.
Attempt number 2. This is such a cool frog. Stay. There we go. Stay. Okay, this is what I was hoping to happen with the first frog. Now, the white-lipped tree frog, believe it or not, is quite the voracious predator. When you see them up on a branch like that, it's essentially, don't. So like I was saying, when they're waiting in ambush like that, pretty much anything that comes across those jaws becomes fair game, feeding on all sorts of little insects and arachnids that could be moving amongst the branches. And look at those front toes. I mean, the pads on these amphibians are unbelievably sticky. Look at that, he's just gripped onto my hand. And the back legs, just as athletic. Look at those muscles. This is like the John Morant of the frog world. Very cool. Well, when it comes to finding unique amphibians here in Australia, on the Cape York Peninsula, this has got to be one of the biggest tree frogs in the entire country. Very cool. You want to just sit there for a second? Beautiful coloration. Kermit of the Outback. Don't do it. Turn around the other way.
I'm Piggy. I wish you would just place me back up in the trees because I got lots of stuff to do and it ain't easy being green. I got a big night of hunting for bugs, maybe some flies, maybe some moths. I sure would love a centipede because I know Coyote doesn't like centipedes, and if I could get a centipede, I'd certainly eat it to help Coyote out. Considering we're such good friends at this point.
All right, you ready to go back in the trees?
Let it go from there. Boom.
Whoa! John Morant in the house! That was awesome.
See if we can find anything else that's green here in the Cape York Peninsula.
Oh, green tree python. Oh, I saw it, yes. All right, Mario, this one's all you.
I've been waiting for this moment all my life. Is that how that song goes? Since I was younger, the green tree python has been one of my favorite snake species. And now I'm here in Cape York seeing a wild specimen. And you might be wondering, why am I not handling this snake? Well, it's non-venomous. I could certainly grab the snake and handle it, but it is in a fantastic ambush position right now. Nighttime is hunting time. You don't want to disturb the snake. Despite not being venomous, these snakes do have a lot of teeth. In fact, most pythons have maybe 100 teeth in their mouth, little tiny teeth that'll grab the prey, then they'll wrap around, constrict, and they'll swallow it down. I think I found the place I want to retire, Cape York Peninsula. We've been here less than 24 hours and I'm sold. But something I forgot to mention during that presentation is when they're babies, they're yellow. Take a look at this. All right, because this snake is on the move, I'm going to get it in the hands so we can get a better look. Did you think a green snake was cool? But a yellow snake is even cooler. So this is a green tree python, same species as what we just filmed, only this is a juvenile. They are born this bright yellow. As they start to mature, they will lose this yellow coloration. They will gradually go through a phase where they start to get some specks of green, and eventually they turn green completely. I mean, you would think this yellow would also stand out, but it doesn't. If you look throughout the environment here, you're gonna see yellow leaves, and it'll camouflage perfectly. I'm speechless. This is truly a jewel of the rainforest.
Look at you! That is a scrub python. Definitely worth taking a look at. What's your current demeanor? Let's see. Wait a second. Be as gentle as I can. Try to avoid being bitten. Look at how slender that snake is. And I was like, okay, figured it out. Somebody's interacting. Whoa, look at that. The strength in this snake's body is unbelievable. Look at that, completely able to hold itself out. As an arboreal species, they come down from the trees from time to time to hunt and move to their next location. And you can see that that body strength allows them to just climb, 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 all the way up. Look at that. Very cool. Well, we don't need to interact with this snake for too long. You can see it clearly on its way to hunt or find its next tree to hang out in. And it's basically saying, okay, I'm on the move, Coyote. So let me go back to what it is that I'm doing. All right, there you go. Very cool. Our second scrub python of the trip. Believe it or not, they can get nearly 3 times that size. Oh, here we go. Unfortunately, this is considered an invasive species. Hi, buddy. We're gonna say hi for just a minute. Come here. Oh. I can never pass up an opportunity to take a good look at a toad. Now, man, he peed on me. Typical for toads. Cane toads are voracious predators, but the big problem with cane toads is that they're poisonous. You see these giant glands on the side of the head right there? The toxin inside of those glands will kill pretty much any animal that eats it. And the issue with cane toads is that they've spread across Australia and they're wiping out a lot of the native wildlife. So here in the Cape York Peninsula, unfortunately, cane toads have taken a stronghold. You may be saying to yourself, Coyote, aren't you gonna remove it from the environment? Removing a cane toad from the environment is not gonna solve the problem at this point. And I would never hurt an animal or destroy an animal, so this one is gonna go back right where I found it. But it's unfortunate that something this cute, this beefy, is so damaging to the ecosystem. I'm absolutely soaked. Now I smell like sweat and toad urine. Wow. Max just called out that he saw a turtle. Okay, should be. Got it. Okay. Is it gettable? I have no idea. Is it smart to stick my hand up and under that embankment to try to get the turtle? That's a brilliant idea. Definitely not there. We tried. Can't catch them all. Nice. That's the art of eel tickling right there at its finest. I've practiced on big ones. Small ones can sometimes be just as tough. Let's get it over here. I think it's just a basic freshwater eel like we've caught before, one of the huge ones. Look at that Slimer. I'm gonna just try to get him some gently peek his head out of the net there because holding on to this guy would be, whoa, impossible. Let's try this. I'm gonna just gently lay it down and peel the net back. Look at you, whoa, no! There he goes. You wanna talk about a slippery creature. Nothing outslips an eel. All right, I'm just gonna keep it like that in the net because holding on to an eel of that size is impossible. Holding on to one that's 4 feet, at least you've got a little bit of girth to wrap your hands around. I don't have gloves on right now. Let's see, can we just see your face for a second? Check that out. Wow, little tiny freshwater eel. Look how cool this little guy is. Now, eels can stay out of water for a considerable amount of time. And, whoa, no. Come here. Let's see. No. Go. There he goes.
Coyote! Coyote? Look what Trent's filming.
Holy cow! What? Dude, that's a giant prickly stick insect. Holy cow! Like the name suggests, they are very, very prickly. I've never seen one of these before in the wild. Wow, what a beast! And like its body would suggest, it is covered in sharp little spines. They're very slow moving, no wings, and as strangely as you would think, they do not bite or sting. Wow, it feels like holding on to a little cactus. That's crazy. Just kind of like batting me with its little hands. Look at his face. Looks just like one of those prawns from District 9. Oh, don't you bite me, don't you bite me. Well, considering it's our last day here in the Cape York Peninsula, I would say that's one wild way to wrap it up. Very cool. And the camouflage is absolutely pristine. I'll just put it back up on the tree right there. Ha! Well, add that to our list of awesome animals found here in the Cape York Peninsula. We gotta get some photos. This is it, our final shot from the Cape York Peninsula. Now, Trent, you wanted to drone saltwater crocodiles. I hope to see monitor lizards. And Mario, you wanted to see the elusive green tree python. Kick us off, how did you do?
Green tree pythons, they're not elusive. They are everywhere. They are the most common snake we encountered on this leg of our trip.
And how many did we see in total?
20. Yeah. So we only showcased maybe 1 or 2. But after that, it was just on. They are beautiful. They have now become my favorite species, and we hope you enjoy them too.
Now, Trent, when it came to droning and seeing saltwater crocodiles, how did it work out?
Fortunately, didn't get to get that shot that I wanted. It's been a lot of rain, high tide, low tide. It's just been lots of problems we've dealt with on the trip, but I did get some awesome droning. We spent a day on Chili Beach, and we took the Land Cruiser out along the beach. There's nobody else out there, just us, the Land Cruiser, and the beach, which was really cool to get those shots.
And when it comes to monitor lizards, unfortunately, we only saw one that we didn't catch on camera, and it ran strangely up a telephone pole, of all places, which was pretty crazy. I think probably my favorite thing, though, that we came across on this entire trip was the dugout canoe that somehow drifted over from Papua New Guinea. Now, I know it's not an animal species, but the entire adventure that we went on this morning to pull that off of the beach and bring it back to civilization was pretty wild. So I'd say Cape York Peninsula definitely delivered. Would you guys come back?
100%.
Absolutely. This is like truly the last frontier. You feel wild when you're here, right? It's a wild place. Hour by hour, the weather's changing, the conditions are changing, and you just have to go with the flow. So definitely want to come back.
It is truly a remote location. The animals were fantastic. The plants were painful. We got amazing shots, and hopefully you guys enjoyed this supersized episode of a Brave Wilderness Vlog Adventure. I'm Coyote Peterson.
I'm Mario Decoa.
I'm Trent Underwood.
Be brave.
Stay wild.
We'll see you on the next adventure.
Cape York! Whoa!